were a couple of fundamental issues which are still the same fundamental issues facing municipalities today. It's about power and it's about authority. I think I'll reflect on power and authority and the fact that where all the responsibility for making development happen sits, it's at a local level, but the power and the authority to make it happen doesn't sit there, and it doesn't yet. This is a discussion that is going on that I feel if more people understood, if more people were part of, we'd be able to push for municipalities with all their glory, their greatness, and their failings, to be the place for integrating and making development real. So with the city development strategy, that was the first time that we were trying to put together a longer-term plan beyond the 5 years. If any of you know, the Systems Act 2000 has a requirement that municipalities must plan over a 5-year period, at the very least, and they have to have much longer-term plans. At the moment, we're sitting with most cities are talking about a 2030 vision. Gauteng has a 2055 vision, of which the city of Tshwane has followed, and most of the cities there's about 6 African cities who've also taken the cue of 2030. We've got Nairobi, we've got Windhoek, as well as I think it's Kinshasa, but we've got cities that are beginning to understand that we're at a point where we can't afford to do what we've been doing anymore. So there is a will. On the flip side of that, when I left the city, I went into completely the opposite. I went into urban management. And urban management is really dealing with the neighborhood level. It's beyond, it's smaller than the ward, and it's dealing with property owners, focused really on clean and safe, and city improvement districts. For those of you who don't know, most of our CBDs here in South Africa, well, in Joburg, they have city improvement districts, which are basically Section 21s run by property owners that elect to pay additional rates and taxes to be able to pay for additional security and additional cleaning on the street. Now, in these special, Sandton is one, Rosebank, there's a couple in the CBD as well. With these city improvement districts, I think what is important is that property owners have realized and accept the fact that municipalities cannot do everything for everyone, and that maybe the profit motive is the key. But property owners take charge. They say, look, the city can only do so much. Let's hold them to that, and let us now provide a little bit more for our communities. And really interesting things have happened, for better or for worse, as the model is as the model is evolving. I'm finding that that people are getting involved. They're beginning to understand not only that being involved, that you have to be heard by the state, but also that if you've got some skin in the game, you can actually shape a lot of what happens in your area for your own benefit, for the benefit of those that you identify as your community, because there are many communities, and for others. So there's that kind of work happening. But what's also interesting is that the same model is being used in parts of Hillbrow, where communities I understand that, look, the environment that they live in is not as safe as they'd like it to be, and via rather than a property-driven model, but via a community-driven model, they pay a nominal fee for security guards to look after their children, so that the street is safe when they come home, and that they're not trapped in their buildings, in the area that they live. So much as the model is based on legislation and has one background, there are other applications for it.